Well, it's Jay Frank again here with this week's Talk with the GM, and I'm pleased to have with us today our architect, Kevin Hargrave, who is going to be doing the work and at least orchestrating all the work that's going to be coming up on the golf course. Everything that I've been talking to members about, all the changes on all the holes, well, he's the mastermind right here behind all of that work. So I thought I'd introduce Kevin to the membership. Let him talk a little bit about what components are in it, what things are going to be really addressed and fixed on the golf course, as well as what some of the changes are. So Kevin, kind of your time to really talk about what you get to do, and excited about getting ready for this?
Oh yeah, we're excited. This is the fun part.
All right.
Well, we're off the drawing boards now, and now we're in the dirt working.
So you're out here today, and we're
Yes.
kind of marking the golf course for some of the changes that are coming up, the fairway shifts and such, and that'll all be happening here soon with some spraying out, but also about a month away, aren't we now, from when we actually
Yep.
see heavy equipment out
Yep.
here. So I guess tell us a little bit about some of the things that go into what we're fixing at Columbus Country Club. When you first came out here and saw our project, you know, what are we doing?
Yes. Well, of course, as you all know, this past winter we did a lot of tree clearing to open up the golf course. What happens on all golf courses is over the years, planting evolves. The membership adds more planting, and it just keeps getting thicker and thicker. And so the object of what we did this winter was thin things out, keep the good trees, the trees that were diseased or causing problems to bunch together. That's what we eliminated. So you know, the course is opening up quite a bit, and I'm sure you've seen that already. And your views across the golf course will be vastly improved. Today, what we're doing is we are painting out the areas where the fairway expansions are going to happen, wider fairways. Ross had wider fairways. What happens is over the years is when you do have this planting and it grows, the fairways start inching in and getting narrower and narrower.
So that's why I couldn't hit a fairway?
That's right.
For all
There you
that
go.
time. Right. 8 yards wide wasn't wide enough for me.
There you go. So what we're doing is we're expanding the size of the golf course, the vastness of the golf course again, and we're bringing that back into play, widening the fairways, and that's what we're painting right now. And when you go around the golf course within the next 2 days, those areas will be sprayed, and they'll have 2 applications of Roundup. After the second application, and that's leached through the soil and everything, then they're going to seed it. So by the end of this month, those fairway expansions will be seeded, and Jeff and his crew will rope that off to keep everyone out of there. And I guess what will we do? Have ball retrievers or something in there?
Yeah, we'll have a
Pull 'em
system
out.
in place. We'll give them a free drop out of those areas. But yeah, definitely the bigger ones will have to have
That's right.
some way of not having members traffic through them. But I know when you actually bring the big stuff in, we do a lot of work on the bunkers.
Yes.
Obviously, members know our bunkers haven't been the best to play out of over time, and they've got enough contamination in them where drainage doesn't work. So you guys
Yes.
are going to fix that.
We're
And
going-
I've
yeah, we will fix that.
told members
Um,
about the Ross style of bunker.
Yes.
And he designed a lot of different bunkers.
Yes. The Ross style back in Ross's day, or Tillinghast, or those old great architects, a lot of them didn't do a lot of flashing because they had no way to keep that sand on the face. And like you guys have here, the membership has here, you get the contamination. Like on the back of one, you know, you have all that in there, and it just keeps contaminating. Well, Ross's style of bunker is more of a grass face bunker, flat bottom, and that's what we're going to. Is we're going to bring back his style of bunker, and they're easier to maintain, and they're easier to build, and you know, they're cheaper to be done because you don't have to put a liner up the face, which is more expensive. We're putting a cheaper liner in the floor, so you don't have the contaminations of the subgrade coming into the soil.
Using a new sand. So the
Yes.
sand, I've showed the members what sand choices we had, and I think we're leaning towards the white. I'm not sure the exact name of that sand, but the more white colored sand.
Yeah.
Our grounds crew has been pleased with how it dries and how it works and reacts to our bunkers. So I think that's what our members are going to see. We're going to fix some drainage in some of the holes where fairways aren't draining correctly. We'll either tie into our system or correct our system if need be. All in all, it's really exciting, but so members are going to see some wider fairways.
Wider fairways, and very improved, you know, vastly improved bunkers, both maintenance-wise. You're going to have better playability in them, and they're going to be more consistent throughout the golf course. More drainage in them. And so when you come out after a rain, you don't have the issues of pumping bunkers, and being, behind a couple days trying to get that all, cleaned up before you can play in them. They will be ready to go right away.
So the contractor is TDI, and they're out
TDI.
of, I believe, Canada. Is that
They're out of
correct?
Canada. They also have an office down in Florida.
Okay.
And they are the ones that did the work at Moraine Country Club. And we are actually getting the exact same crew that was at Moraine Country Club. So I'm
Okay.
getting the same shapers. So if you've had the opportunity to go out to Moraine and Dayton, you can see their quality of work, and they're very good, very good. So we've got a great crew.
So it's, I believe I've been telling members, an 11-week project, barring no weather issues or anything going on. And we're going to do it some sequences of holes at a time.
Yes.
So I think our first plan is 5, 6, and 7 members. Will see the crews out there right after Labor Day, really mobilizing and working on that. In fact, we'll probably do a barbecue out at the 11th tee to have kind of what people watch, what goes on down below those first few days. We'll have some barbecues going at the 11th tee while they're playing. So we'll do some fun things to just keep people from a distance. And that's the other thing I want to let members know, that while they're out working in those areas, we don't want any cart traffic, or I call them gawkers, or people wanting to see what's going on. We have a committee that will be providing updates and showing what's going on through email communication. So that'll be our method of telling members and showing members the progress. But you're coming up every week?
I'll be up every week, 2 days a week I'll be here. It'll vary based on the weather, but I'm going to try to be here either like a Tuesday, Wednesday, or a Wednesday, Thursday. That's the plan, but that always changes when the weather, and how much they get done each week.
Yeah, perfect. So I guess if members have questions about what's going on, always can email me, and I'll ask Kevin, and we'll get an answer out to everyone about, as they see things take place and shape. Obviously, we'll do 9 this year, 9 next year, so you'll be back again for phase 2, or phase 3 as we call it, if trees were phase 1. So all in all, members, I think, are going to see a really unique product. Columbus Country Club is going to be, I think, one of the better, it is right now one of the better courses, and I think this is only going to make it that much better. And I'm excited for what's going to happen for the members and potential members of our club. So we're happy that you're a part of this, Kevin. We really thank you for.
I'm excited as well.
You've already put a lot of time in.
Oh yeah,
you've been here a lot. So.
Yeah, but this is the good part. Now we're getting really into it. When you see things evolve, that's when it really gets exciting.
Okay. Well, members, you'll see Kevin around the club over these next few months. So if you get a chance to stop and say hi if he's in having a bite to eat, I'm sure he wouldn't mind that. But you'll know who he is now by his face and the name. Kevin was up for our town hall meeting. We didn't have a lot of members at that, but here he is. So you'll see him out on the golf property, and we'll be setting up for what will be an exciting piece to our history and future of the club. So Kevin, again, thanks for all that you do. And I know you got other meetings to go to talk about trees, so I'm going to let him go. But that's all we have for this week's Talk with the GM. Again, we'll see you back next week. We'll have another topic and concept as we get ready for the rest of August and Labor Day weekend. Have a great week, everyone.